Hi, here's how to best record guitar through amp sims. Number 1, setup. The first thing you should do if you want people to hear the song you're going to record is have a proper setup on your guitar. Put some new strings on there, make sure that there's no electrical or mechanical issues that are going to degrade the sound of the recording, and so that it stays in tune while you're recording. Easy as that. 2, gain staging. I'm sure if you've been recording for a while, this is something you've heard of before, but what it means is to properly set the volume of your instrument so that it sounds its best. One way to do this is simply by literally just not clipping the signal, but there's a better and more scientific way to set the volume of your guitar. The best way to do this is by setting up the best signal to noise ratio, and this is how we do that. So the way that we're going to do this is we are going to plug in our guitar into the interface, and what we're going to do now is we're going to set up 5 tracks, and each of those tracks are going to record at different input volumes. So the first track we're going to record is going to be at 10 decibels. We're going to record 4 seconds of silence and then play something for another 4 seconds. And you can go up in whatever increments you want. You'll find out what works best for your guitar because each guitar is different. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to measure the levels of the silence versus what we recorded with an RMS meter. And all RMS stands for is how loud something is over time. So you can see here that in the silence, the RMS is about -90 or so. And while it's playing, it's about -30.6. So what you're going to do is measure that for each of the tracks, write them all down, and then we're going to subtract the played part from the silenced part for each one of these. So after you subtracted the played part from the silenced part, whatever higher number you have is the best signal to noise ratio. And in my case, recording at 15 decibels was the best signal to noise ratio. Number 3, finding the tone. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of guitar amp sims out there, and I'm sure if you just pick the one you like, you'll find a tone that's good. All right, now that we've got our levels set and our favorite plugin picked out, we're gonna adjust our gain. So we're gonna start out with pretty high gain. But what we want to do is roll the gain back just a little bit so that it's not so crunchy and not so compressed. That sounds good. The reason that we want to do that is because the gain will compress the signal and you'll lose pick attack and articulation, which is actually what gives a guitar track its life. So then what we're going to do next is go over just a couple EQ adjustments. Sounds good to me. And then lastly, what we'll do is we'll pick a cab. And your cab is synonymous to whether you want more low end, more high end, more clarity, more grit. It's really all up to you. And I personally like the one that's already selected. I find that to be most suitable for the stuff that I do. And what I might do now is add or move the mic a little bit closer to the cone so that I get a little bit more brightness and clarity. Sounds good? 4, preserving quality. If you've heard anything that I've said in this video so far, you'll understand that the less that you do to the guitar, the better it's going to sound. Often the guitars won't need compression because the amp takes care of that with the distortion. And if you feel like the guitar needs more presence, yes, parallel compression can help with that, but I would suggest starting with a good room tone first. So recording guitars through amp sims can be a really simple process. I know if you're starting out, it can be kind of confusing and hard to get a good tone, but following these steps will really help you dial that in. If you think another artist can benefit from this information, hit the like and subscribe button. This is literally my 3rd video, so that would really help out. And thank you so much.